had elementary school before 2000s, you probably have some thick skin because like, that's a little different. It's not the way it was.
They're online and everything, and you don't even know. They have to have,
it might be worse in a lot of ways.
Did we have crash out?
Because I didn't have to. But we didn't have our stuff online. We could see it forever and ever. Like, if I did crash out, it was my business. These kids, they online. It's getting filmed, everything. So they might have a little different trials and tribulations.
Crashing out, all that stuff. They got their own little, what they go through, all the stresses that they got. We had the stresses of
crashing out. They was flipping tables. They was crashing out, and they was but they didn't have solutions, so they just put everybody special ed. You crashed out one time, you was going to special ed. That's where I grew up. Literally, right here. They didn't play the
right here. It was special ed was the ice of the school. You were the black kid. You just like you act up, they would get the special ed teacher. They would grab you, and then you end up in special ed for life.
Like you couldn't do any type of behavioral issue. It was like really, a lot of kids just needed some patience and maybe different approaches to education. But it's a lot on teachers. I got a lot of teachers in my family,
me too. I had a lot of teachers as well.
Both of my sisters were. You?
Not really, but I went to a lot. So in Chicago is very segregated. People don't know. So there's a lot of segregation. So I didn't really go to school with a lot of white kids until I got to 6th, 7th grade. And when I got there, it was more of a culture shock for me at that point too. So it was just kind of weird with certain mannerisms and certain things. And then I was at a school where kind of half and half, but it was still racially charged a little bit too. So that kind of stuff happens. It was crazy. This little white girl, she threw a tennis ball and hit me in the head. And I yelled at her. I said, you're stupid for doing that, or something like that. And she got mad and told the teacher. I got suspended for 3 days for yelling at her after she threw the ball at my head. It was crazy. And,
I got suspended for throwing a snowball at a boy before.
Oh, was he hurt?
No, he was a little bitch. Like, how you telling me? Damn. Throw one
what
back.
Was his name?
Like, what? His name was Amin.
Amin, you still a bitch now. All right? I hope you see this.
And grow up hair.
I hope you have another son and he's still a bitch like you. All right? Just putting it.
Right, I know that.
Working right now. Just like,
right. Because he clear. Because you know what happened? Like, they made a rule. Because in wintertime, New York, probably like Chicago, it's a little terrible, especially back then. And it was like, look, y'all, don't be going out there throwing those snowballs when y'all see that snow. And what did Leah do as soon as she seen them snowball? He was like, she hit a snowball. I'm like, yo, play, bro. Damn. Yeah, he wasn't with the shits. Like, snowball fight, and we would have had a fight and raised you.
But you know what? A lot of things in these schools were banned and you couldn't do. Things like such as, I don't know if you remember that or not.
Of course, yeah.
Well, I remember it being banned from your school.
Nope, it was not. We couldn't play it in like class, but like in lunch or something like that, you could play Pokemon. You know why? I think in my school particularly, like, thought it was nerdy. So you was like, they didn't really, they like the certain people that would play Pokemon cards like publicly like that, they were like we called the nerds and stuff.
Being a nerd back in the day, that was like, we were coming up. I think we was on the last bit of that nerd thing that was happening back in the day, because we still had the 80s and 90s and the 70s kind of ending, and that whole thing, like, for whatever reason, if you look at movie, I may even do a little video about this one day. But movies back in the day, they hated nerdy people. If you was a person, Chicago kids and New York kids of making fun of stuff, these regular ass people who were making movies, if you was a nerd, like, hey, then this thing that can help the planet, get the fuck out of here, nerd.
Movie that had several parts. Remember, it was called Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, like, never, which is like weird. Like, make a mockery of people who are intelligent. That is a dilemma.
That's what it was back in the day. It was just like, hey, I want to go to college and better myself and be smart.
Right.
Nerd, you stupid nerd.
Breather.
And it was just like how many sciences movies we had? We had The Nutty Professor, old one, new one. We had
Weird Science. That was one of my
Weird
favorites.
Science. Flubber with Robin Williams, the movie Flubber before Robin Williams. And stuff like
Back to the Future.
Back to the Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Her father was a scientist, and they were just calling him all this.
And she liked to read books, and they thought she was strange. They was like, books.
They dared them call her the R word and stuff. They like, this woman. She kept reading Jack and Jill like 300 over and stuff. She had a whole library, and she kept reading that one book. I don't know. So it could have been, but she could have been neurospicy. Who knows?
You see her daddy?
Well, yeah. Your daddy was inventing stuff too. They were both inventing things. We don't even know what happened to Belle's mother. Belle's mother probably was like, she's probably smart. She probably invented something, and they thought she was a witch and burned her at the stake.
Exactly. Literally that.
Back in those days.
We need the prequel because I need to know what happened to Belle's mom.
Her mom would be named Dawn or something like that. Dawn.
Right. But the truth is, she actually was a witch. She probably was the witch that put the spell on Beast. Plot twist.
Okay, I got my girl Google Tiff is in here. What's up, Google? She says boys got mad at her for reading Harry Potter when she was 17.
Who got?
She said some boy mad at her for reading Harry Potter and stuff.
But yeah, that's like my mom, who's like super Christian, would be like, "Oh, why are you reading that? That's witchcraft." Like, bitch. So what?
And being a black nerd and having like really religious parents were religious at the time. People could act like they weren't. Black folks in the 90s, they did pick and choose. My mom, one year we'll celebrate Halloween. I'll dress up as a Ninja Turtle. The next year I got to go to a church and do trunk or treat. And I can only dress up as Bible characters. So I had to dress up as Moses and stuff for years straight. And every year the Moses got more elaborate. Like he went from Moses to crazy Moses to Moses throwing gummy worms instead of snakes to Moses, Moses wearing that little dashiki skirt thing and everything, African Moses, and it was every the Moses.
Really, like, what did Moses like?
He wore like a dress.
Okay.
I don't know what they call it, a tunic. Yeah, but it gave excuse not to wear pants too, so I was able to wear it and stuff like that. So
that's why I never heard of that. I never heard that of actually recently, but having to dress only as Bible characters, that is wild.
Yeah, my mom.
That's that on a sitcom. That's fucking hilarious.
She was apostolic, so apostolic people. They were hardcore of what they were doing. So first it was look, you can dress up in Bible or dress up as nothing. So like, all right, but you could Jesus. Jesus was off limits, so he was a legendary character. He was a legendary skin. You couldn't
unlock that yet. You
can unlock them. You couldn't be the devil. Of course, you couldn't be the devil, so you couldn't even pick light or dark. You had to be human character.
We have questions if you wanted to be that though. Like, why you be like, you show up the function like they were like.
Yeah, hey everybody, tune in. Like I said, I'm here with Luxurious Leah. So if you guys see me or you see her, make sure y'all tap it on the screen and grab a heart me because this actually helps out. Send their comments and things up there. Great. Leah's already super popular anyway because there's no princesses in the Bible. Is there a princess in the Bible? I gotta look.
There was no.
There was a lot that women could be in the Bible that didn't make no list. You concubines. You can be the girl that got chopped up and put in the box and sent to 8 different directions. My name is
Leah, and she comes from the story of Leah and Rachel. I don't know if you know that story. And like he didn't want her, he wanted Rachel. I'm like, damn, this is a rough story. I'm like, Ma, you picked this one
left
for
out.
Now
what we know of black folks about Jezebel before, if you actually read the Bible about Jezebel. So you can be the Jezebel where you're a harlot, so you dress around being a 304 and everything like that. The masculine. Ladies they call it Jezebel. Go read the Bible. It's not a bad thing. It's really not. Like it's a bad thing because people don't know. It's not. She didn't do no. The horror part came for when her and the king, they were killing all of the other the preachers and stuff like that because they were getting forced to worship their God and all this other stuff. So at the end of it, she just and her king, they just fighting against the Christianity God. They just didn't want that. And then this guy comes in. Before he comes in, like he liked makeup. So she took the time to say, hey, I'm gonna go put some makeup on because I want to die with dignity. So she got the makeup. They took the makeup scene saying that she was trying to seduce him. She was not. She was just wanted to die dignity. She about to die. She wanted to go out like a queen. So he goes up to her, toss her ass out the window, and cracks her neck.
Think about it. If you about to, what you getting cute for? You trying about that?
She want to die with like a queen. She want to die with dignity. So if you read it, like it's just like she's not ready. If they would have said she got the Egyptian oils and stuff like that, and she was, one of the Egyptians and all the other stuff going on, then that would make sense. She straightened herself in there, stood by the window, and that dude came and tossed her ass right out the goddamn window. So, I don't know. You can. I'm on deconstruction side,
I
so
do.
I'll be like,
That is one of the stuff. I'm like, wow, because I just I just took what it was, how they use it. They use it to say like, oh, you get the Jezebel spirit, and I associate that with like, yeah, being like world. No, that's a woman.
like I said, go if you get a chance. It's a read, but but this is the story of
Yeah.
learning about a wonderful young lady over here that love anime, nostalgia, all that good stuff. She even dressed up as Lola Bunny last week. She was entertaining her
I sure.
nephews and nieces out there.
Yeah, I like pop culture. I'm in like a bunch of things, especially like I'm drawn to because of nostalgia. Like, cool. I'm a creative person. I like to make stuff. I like to take stuff and make it my own. So, and I like to black up characters because diversity,
Why
representation
not?
matters. And if I gotta be it, I'm gonna be it because I want to see that character if it looked like me.
So let's talk about that too, because that's something that's always been on my mind to talk about with people. There's always for diversity to see us in things and stuff like that. And I think that ability to want to see us is very great because it helps, have help vision who they are, want to envision who they are so they can move forward. Imagine the love, the blackness, how black they are, all the features of themselves. Because if some people, if you do see more of yourself, if you see other people that look like you, that empowers you and emboldens you and stuff like that. So, how were you growing up? And I'll tell you how it was for me. Like, what was the
I
kid
feel
you
like I
kind
had a
of?
good amount of exposure because I watch like I grew up with the what's it called? GIF. So I'm watching like the Huxtable, not
TGIF,
the Huxtable.
right?
I'm watching
Family man.
Matters. They had a good like growing up in the '90s. We had Martin. We had a bunch of like shows didn't look like us. They act like us. My mama did not like Martin's mama, and no, and my not act like the Wayans brothers' father. But it was good and it was relatable.
Right.
And it was nice to see these images. Rock was a show as well, but the Garbage Man, like, they were good quality. I would go watch the shows before that because my mom made sure I watched them shows because they was good too. She's like, yeah, you're gonna watch Good Times and the Jeffersons and all these other shows. So I did get that, but that depends on your household, I guess.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate in that way. Also curious in that way, but I guess when it comes to like characters, I felt really was cosplaying as a like it's not just a hobby, like a thing that I do, right? People would always tell me like, "Oh, you should be Storm," and like always tell me. My own sisters were like, "Oh, why don't you be this black person?" I'm like, I don't want to be the black person. I want to do any
Right.
character. Like I don't want. Every time I want to do Storm, like I want to do She-Hulk. I want to do any fucking thing. I want whatever you could think of. Like I just want to. I want to feel like I could do any character and not like I'm limited. And if there are a limited amount. So that's like you boxing me in. I'm gonna need you to back up and let me just have a little fun. I'm having fun. So I also feel like, why should I have to be? And I mean, I'm of my ethnicity, but it doesn't have to be what my cosplay is about. I'm black by default. There's no other option. Like, so whatever character it is, we blacking it up. That's what we gonna do. And I love to put like an afro with my character sometimes, or like just bring it and make it a little closer to me. My cosplay is not as much about being the character as much as about making my version of the character or bringing the character to me. So yeah.
Okay, good. Saying us, people who were born in the '90s, the black kids are born in the '90s. We live. Look, history about Fox and ABC and UPN, how they did take advantage of us at black folks growing up because they wanted some black money. So they did invest a lot into getting us to watch their shows to help boost their ratings, give them dollars, all that kind of stuff, which it worked. At the same time, you take the bad. So the good is we did have a lot of representation right at that point. We had, the Wayne Matter, like you said, Martin, Living Single. There's other shows that came in. Mr. Cooper, hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Right? Come on. And the LL Cool J one. That was good.
LL Cool J.
In the house.
Homeboys from Outer Space with like Doctor Who. It was Doctor Who, Negroes, it was Negro Who. So it was not every, but it's still, you know what? It's, for me growing up in Chicago, being very segregated in the house that I was in, even like the area that I'm in now, I really didn't see other white people, or I didn't feel that oppression about that. And so I was lucky, like I know other people feel because one, both my parents, like, my grandmother, Chicago, she was a teacher. Just like you said, you had some educator in your family. So all my family pretty much went to college. And my mom's a nurse, and then she became a doctor. My dad was a doctor his whole life. For the most part, he had me. So, like, I'm on him in his office.
So you really was like Theo Huxtable. You the real life Theo Huxtable.
Just not as boring. Not boring like the Cosbys. I couldn't Cosbys.
Really? It was going on?
was just
Really?
so
I
boring. Like
loved it.
I
And
was
it
so
was a different dynamic than my house. I'm from New York. It's wild. It was nothing like the Cosby Show. Okay?
yeah.
Nothing.
They said that was a new.
So,
It was so yeah for me. I guess all the sanitation in Cosby. Now I'm going like I said. I'm happy that it was out. I'm for what it did and all that stuff. I'm not gonna take it away. I look at the Cosby the way I look at Keith Lee. I'm so happy for the black out there people and everything. But do I like the taste of it? Just like he don't like the too anything. So it's the same difference.
oh
So
my God.
hey, like I said, I love the brother. You don't like water, and he only like ice chips and air bags and stuff like that. You know, when you working out, you can see a guy that
You
works
never
out a
see him
lot.
like anything. I don't watch him, so I'm not gonna lie. But like, dang, I was
I don't
like, you
watch
don't like
it.
okay.
All right, thank
But
you.
yeah,
Yeah, I already seen your and assist Chicago, so please don't talk to me about me not watching
right.
anything. All right, got you, Keith. Got you. You know,
That's
but
how
all
for our ratings we should do it like that. Like 10 out of 10. Do not recommend.
right, kind of do not recommend. But you know, all going. So when I was getting older, seeing shows like when I was reading Naruto, you know, yeah, he was a kid and stuff like that. I just saw the color of like how bright he was. Everybody else had blonde, you know, he was just bright. I didn't internalize that other. You know, as I got older, I started saying like, damn, they do draw life of like white people in Japan like that. But I never, you know, took it in like, yeah, I can't wait. When they had Killer Bee and stuff like that, I was like, okay, hey, look, they finally got, you know, thank you. I never leave. But for me, whenever I wanted the power, I did look at what he was going through and stuff like that, and then I was able to internalize it for my own self for that part. So I still knew, like at the end of the day, I was still the black kid. I never had that image where you know I saw myself less than or in that nature. I never had that ability to see that. Now when I got older and stuff, you know, like you start seeing how real kind of is and kind of push against you a bit. But at least I was happy that I still had that good, you know, strong belief about me being black. Now, granted, I knew there wasn't a lot of stuff that had us in it, but I wasn't gonna let that like deter me from not enjoying the things I
Yeah,
like.
because I feel like I agree with you so much. And I have the same sentiments because I'm just like, I like this thing. Like, I didn't watch, like, I think I like stars. I didn't watch, thank you for the heart. We appreciate
Thank you,
you.
Shadow.
I didn't watch because I was looking for black people. I was watching for a good story, right? And I could personally relate it to the black struggle and just a lot of things with the, you know, with the force and then like basically the have and the have not dynamic. I didn't necessarily need it to be like, oh, these are black people to feel like that. Like I like a lot of things. I could see the nuance, you know? So I don't necessarily my characters to reflect that. I love that. It makes me feel even more empowered and I can get behind that. But I wouldn't like unless they were just straight out being racist or not, you know, or some reason watch a show if I enjoyed it and I could have a desire to see more, but sometimes I didn't know what I was missing. You know what I mean? Until I realized like that it is a
You
part.
know, because secretly, I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to be the man. I want to be the black person of whatever it is, you know. So, you know, I'm like, you know, but like, I look for certain different things that were different. Like when Meteor Man came out and Blank Man, and I know those are like goofs and stuff. Meteor Man, that was my hero because I related to Meteor Man. You know, growing up in Chicago, like now this is Chicago, not the fake Fox News talk about the war zone kind of stuff. Now these back in the day were like everybody, like they were gangsters, they were mobs. Like I was a kid afraid of mobs and gangs. So of those two, like I watched mob movies. I didn't watch Scarface. You know, all of that like that. I was like, I'm not watching it. It scared me. It was just like, you know, swarm of bees and stuff like that. What up, nostalgia news? How y'all doing? Thank y'all. Can y'all hit me to 1,000 so we can get some more conversation? But you know, watching shows like that, I held on to that. When I did see We're Black, I held on to it and I gave it the you know thumbs up. But then ran into other people. Sometimes they're like, I ain't watching that shit. They ain't got us in it. That's why I'm gonna watch you know this basketball or something like that, which is cool. You want to watch people that look like you, but I'm like, you know, I love Jordan. When Jordan was him, he became God to me at that point. You know, cartoons and the athletes. That's all. Look, all you gotta do put anything into a me. You got me. You got me. So Jordan.
Same. And I can really love Dragon Ball Z. And every year I do a Dragon Ball Z meetup in honor of Akira Toriyama. Even though I feel like he didn't probably directly do this, but I really feel like it's talking to Negro. And I think it's thinking. I just think that just because the characters are not the same to me, that don't mean that I can't relate to the plight. And I'm more about the plot. I do representation, and I try to do that with my cosplay. Like I'll do Goku. I'll do these characters, and I'm a woman, and I'm black. I don't give a damn. Like I just do it.
You know, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm one of those. I'm that person. When it came to, I enjoyed and loved Dragon Ball. Did I see my Negro-ness in Dragon Ball, I did not. I
I
missed
never
it.
hear a but.
Okay.
Look back at it, be like, oh, Saiyans are black people. They even call them monkeys. They fucking superpower. Not like everybody else. They're the oppressed. Whenever I feel the oppressed, that's where I feel like the blacks are. That's where I see it the most. Because
Okay.
that's who we oppressed. So I could
Yeah,
relate to
like
that.
I said, and as I do, like I do, like I because it had on us, So, I love
That's
that. I
into
did
it. I
love
wasn't
Dragon.
looking for Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball found me. It was everywhere. All
Mhm.
the hood niggas love Dragon Ball. Okay, my brother loved Dragon Ball.
All of them.
My boyfriends love Dragon Ball. It was always there. I just end up. It found me. I didn't go looking for Dragon Ball. Literally, it just
I
kind of
mean,
found.
I think as he got
Say that
older
again.
too, he did start learning a lesson too, because a lot of people do get on the Japanese, because like there's a lot of, I'm gonna say, a lot of people praise
A
Japan,
lot.
praise Japanese animation a lot, but there is a lot of problems, just like any
They
type
get
of media
cookie.
and stuff
They
like
get
that.
cookie,
They,
bro.
if you love it, like if I loved you, if you love your parents and stuff, you could have critiqued it and stuff. You can still love them by still saying you were messed up when you were doing this. So
Exactly.
nostalgia. Okay, that's self hate. I got named Nostalgia Knees in there. You can go over there and say, "Hey, I heard you can see you." He blew up with on this side of town. He's half black, so he doesn't. He said he watch anime. So I don't know. I think that's some battle that he got inside. One day
Not
we'll get
even.
up here to interview him.
Okay, cool. I have fun like that. So.
But what we were saying, I was saying, okay, you want, it's just, it really don't, anime is a media just like everything else. You got horror, space. So, when people say they don't like anime and stuff, then I'm like, then you got to tell me what you like, and I can probably recommend something, because it's not all the same. Sometimes I can't watch a lot of horror, and horror anime, one person, they love it. Breaking up, broken for a sec, but so if you want, I'll just say first.
What kind of stuff you like? I was saying it depends what kind of stuff you like.
Yeah. So
You can't hear me?
put it whatever this like Nostalgia Needs in the chat. You were breaking up. I think either my signal or your signal. I wanted me on, but I guess so. So yeah, put the stuff like in the chat, and then we'll hash it and keep going with this interview or my podcast. I say not interview, because I feel like we can do this at least once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month or something like that. I feel
that would be cool.
This not an OVA.
I really wanted today to be our first. I felt so bad. I was like, let me see if I could get him on here so I can apologize.
No. Look, then it went to be, because like I said, I had to take my anyway. So we were going to the Dragon Balls. We were saying Dragon Ball special, black folks and all stuff.
We still got to think about optics and representation.
Right. So for relatability and stuff like that, I think the relatability part did not come to me until, I think I was still looking for that internal relatability. That's why I did Naruto. Naruto was able to touch me inside. Don't clip. Touch me in the fact that he grew up. People thought he was a dumb kid. He didn't make a lot of friends. He couldn't make that kind of friends. He failed at a lot of things over there. And Crystal, go and say hello to Crystal. I got my friend Crystal, Mamapreneur. She's one of my business partners of me making content. So, and she's in charge of trying to help people with their online marketing, digital marketing things. They see Crystal, her name Crystal Digital Marketing. I highly recommend it. She's my type of it. So yeah, she's my Goku of making content. So I finally found my Vegeta and stuff like that.
Heard you.
Yeah.
But you like Naruto, so you Naruto. Don't come up here without you can go mess with us and with Dragon Ball Z.
I know everything and I love it and everything, but with Naruto, yeah, my thing, like the way he suffered, the way he he was dumb, he had to work and stuff like that. He know how special he was in the inside. He had to like really realize that later stuff. So growing up, loneliness. I mean, Naruto had a lot of talk about loneliness. Even when they got to Gaara and stuff, Gaara was like, first he was scary and stuff like that, because especially when a kid, we had the original, but we had ass pewers and stuff like that. So when you see people like the Gaaras and stuff like that, you're thinking like like this this is a kid. But then like later on, you start getting Gaara and stuff. You see his past, like he lost his, he just was just lonely. Like loneliness was just somebody become a villain because they got nothing, they got nobody to care for them and stuff like that. And so, I did for me and stuff, but still, it's kind of hard because you're trying to, be the Hokage, fit in and be known, be special. No, have people
This is
understand
going to
who.
your point about what you have to know. It matters who you are. What animes will feel good to you. You will enjoy
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
you just proved your point. It's like I could relate to thing because of this. Like, so someone asked me like, "Oh, what's a one of the first animes? What's a personal taste?" You gotta just try stuff. Like, watch something. I think it's on Titans is cool. I feel like I never had somebody watch it and then they didn't like it. Everybody like Attack on Titans. Hate it? You the
I
first
don't hate
one.
it. I think
You
it's like,
hate
oh,
it.
okay, like that's some, it's got some neat stuff in it. It's
I feel
neat.
like everybody digest. I mean, mostly watch it because it feels like a movie to them. Like it feels like something they know about. They love it. I tell a lot of people like I tell them that. I tell them Hunter. I tell them like to go watch first. I don't even tell people Dragon Ball because I know everybody don't like Dragon Ball and they don't even know where to start.
Yeah, yeah. You can't like in a day kind of thing where it's just like we had patience because we had nothing else going on at the time. We can watch 20 things of 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, and then we have VHS. Go back and watch it 500 times.
Right. Like we I don't know didn't have how we didn't have patience at the same time. We were able to sit there and go through so much stuff. So when I had let's say when Naruto came out, I related to it. So I he was my guy to I got to One Piece late. I didn't get to One Piece. I mean I knew of it, watched it as well too, but it just one it it got handled very bad in the beginning. So
What?
it was hard. So
For
I
everybody.
just did it on this page. I showed like what better theme song. They had the old theme song for One Piece, which was and I you may have known them. Let me see if it's still in my history because I just made the video today. Here we go. So it's made by the people who are for us. With Robinhood Gold, you can instantly start earning 3.7. No, Robinhood. Now you got to pay me.
Man named Gold Roger, who was king of the pirates. He had fame, power, and wealth beyond your wildest dreams. Before they hung him from the gallows, these were the final words he said. My fortune is yours for the taking, but you'll have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece. Ever since, pirates from all over the world set sail for the Grand Line, searching for One Piece, the treasure that would make their dreams come true. Yo!
Remember this?
So I didn't finish One Piece, but I started over. I got into One
So
Piece late.
me
So
too.
I
Yeah.
watched probably like the first 3 seasons and I was like, but I don't watch it if it's on. But I couldn't watch like the whole thing over. Even though like they made it like stuff, they did a bunch of stuff. I just couldn't do it. So it came out with a lot of action because like I had watched it from the beginning. I kind of knew that. But like, whew, it's long. It's a lot. It's not for everybody, but it is dope and a lot of people enjoy it. So maybe you would enjoy it too. So whoever that is that's asking, maybe that you might check out. But just try something. Put it on. Press play. I'm
Now what you said
sorry.
about Attack on Titan is the same thing as what I said about
Yeah.
I feel about like I don't know anybody who actually if you're caught up with One Piece, I don't know how you cannot like it.
No,
It's
if you
almost
try to watch
impossible.
the beginning in like recent, like within the last 10, I'll say 5 years, it's a lot to catch up. You will never catch up. People that I know did catch up, the people I know, they they have a party after that. They like, I caught up. I feel like it's so big. I don't have time. I'm sorry. And I'm ADHD too, so I'll be watching 5 different things. Like I went today, I'm watching this, tomorrow I'm watching that. Like I can't be committed like this. It's too much.
Yeah,
I'm
once they
sorry.
got to the water
I'll
7,
watch it. So like when it's I'll watch it. But I'm not a person like especially like as I get older, I don't need people like, oh, this is my show and they watch it every week. I don't do that. I don't even do that with wrestling. I love wrestling. I'll
man,
watch it when I watch it.
I'm one of those filthy people who be watching certain shows through TikTok now. Like I'll watch maybe 5 or 10 or 20 clips from something. Like I just saw the whole.
That's what I would do. They got my attention span on 0.7. Terrible. It's horrible. So I usually watch YouTube lover. So I watch a lot of content on YouTube. I love to see like creators who like talk about the stuff, especially when I value their opinions.
Yeah.
Or like I love creators like that. I watch them.
Like CD, that guy named CD. What's his name? Let me tell you what his name is. CD.
Zero.
CD. The such like, hey everybody, I'm gonna tell you about this nigga over here. He lied to everybody. Like this is the such that guy and stuff like that. So yeah, I do like some of those things. Some of them they try to copy off each other. They're like, okay, let me throw the N word in like 18 more times, more on episode. I'm like, come on now, all right, like cool. But do people recap it if they can recap it in a good way and that kind of stuff. So I said they dropped One Piece. They dropped the ball because they had it made by 4Kids, and 4Kids are the people who brought Pokemon to us. A lot of this kind of stuff. They edited a lot. They had all that, that extra sound in the background that kind of messed with you when you're watching it. Like they had like who's or not a tuba player. There's so much tuba that goes on in One Piece of the American edit. For some reason, he must have been married to the guy who was the director, or that must have been the wife or a husband or somebody, because you hear nothing but tuba when they just put a slow scene. It's a bom, 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 bom. I'm like, okay. Anyway, so I got to the Robin episode, saw Robin, loved what they did with Robin, screaming, I want to live, everything like that. And I had to go back and I wanted to watch and rewatch everything to catch all the way back up. So I just spoiled it for me, went back, and then caught all the way up again, based on all the stuff I've seen over the years, and because Naruto was over at the time too, so I had plenty of time to catch up. But getting to one, I'm like, oh my god! Now I'm in this stage of life where I feel like how One Piece is like fighting against this.
I get that, and that's what I go back to, like the plight. I love a plight. Like if other stories relatable, if I can catch that, if I could feel it, that's very important to me, and I can find representation in that. Not to say I don't need to see my black characters, but I can feel represented from a plight. I guess everything. Like, what if I just want a person? It doesn't necessarily. It's not a gap for me. It's not a deal breaker. I would love that, and I appreciate it. But I'm also like, I'm not begging. I don't like I'm not begging you to do this, like to be part of your programming. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. I'm tired of us, especially the artists, us as individual black folks. We need to stop trying to beg these corporations to show us for the time. Like, it's great.
Like, there's a lot of creators and like programming. Support them. I could show you, but I'm not getting up, a stack of comics that I bought from black creators. Some of them I know I ain't never read yet, but just because I want to show it, I would support. I want to just
and that's when Black Panther came out. It was a thing where like I was infuriated and I was angry at the same time. Because when Black Panther came out, everybody was just acting like this the first time black people were ever gonna do anything, and we put all these in our basket on Black Panther. And look what they done to Black Panther up to this point. And cast, all the people, the money it made for Kubla, because Kubla got so he can do need, but they pocket that. You know what I mean? And then like. We did get from it, and excuse my knowledge watching this in the future about like X, Y, Z. But for me, it had a cultural impact. But at the same time, like I feel like when you people, it makes them stop thinking, and they don't want to think no more. It kind of so.
But you got to break that. I don't understand.
I'm breaking down. So with Black Panther, it was so many people that were like, I've never seen I didn't know black people can be superheroes. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know about Storm instead. Like, what do you like? There are other black characters out here. Like we were just saying. So the black.
No, but common sense isn't that common. You know that people don't be knowing. They don't be knowing. They don't.
Corporations and I had a white manager who wanted to say like, I saw Black Panther. So happy of you, Jonathan. I'm like, get the fuck away from me, man. This doesn't even exist. This isn't even a real country in Africa. At all, okay?
Wow.
Half the Negroes were just British. They weren't even African, for the most part.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You kind of.
But right.
The fucking boss guy, whatever his name is, I don't know his name. Well, he's not looking for that. You know what I mean? It doesn't serve him in any way to be like he doesn't. He doesn't. He is like amazing. He doesn't know because he doesn't care to. If he did, he would know. He would know the character. The black girl, little kid who's searching for that. They know everyone. They can name them. I seen a TikTok kind of a stop situation, and he's like, "Hey, name how many black. If you can name 50 black characters, I'll give you this." What was like this? I ain't even heard of some of them characters. I'm like, because if you just know, and of course he wouldn't know that.
And I promise myself because like I see growing up and stuff like that. I just make sure to try to let them know, hey, there's some other things out here too. I'm not gonna, because I don't want you to pull against the system and stuff. I'm gonna be like, you little shit. You don't know about Media Man? How the hell you don't know about Media Man? Right. They're gonna watch me like, what the hell is this? This is awful.
Yeah, it ain't for everyone.
I love that.
Yeah.
That representation. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, favorite superhero is Superman.
Really? All or just for Marvel or DC? Like,
that's my favorite. Yeah, Hulk is my favorite.
That is wow. That sounds like your Green Man and your Hood Man. That just sounds like for men that you're being like.
They need a Hulk, a Super Hulk. Stop playing. Put them together. Let them what they call it?
This woman a fan and a spray.
You know what?
But yes, I love, you know what though, I do like Superman, but my favorite Superman is before the movie came, but this one came out because I
Yeah.
only liked the animated series Superman. That was my favorite Superman at the time, the one that came on back in the '90s and 2000s.
Okay.
The other one really loved, or I loved them because they had Black Lex Luthor. I don't care what nobody tell me. That was Black Lex Luthor. I don't care if you're voiced
I
by Mr.
accept that.
Krabs.
You do not have to have to work that one over with me. I agree. Okay.
I
I never heard
love
it.
that Lex. He was amazing. He was just when I saw him. Now, granted, now look, I'm about to throw everything in what I said away in the trash can about representation. As a kid, I saw him. I'm like, that is Black Lex Luthor. Now, I never knew that I would grow up and become bald and close to him. So if I would have known that, I probably would have emulated him more. I would have got a degree in business or something like that at this point. But
I hear that.
yeah,
Someone in my chat, East Coast Power Rangers, says they love Superman too, and their favorite is Christopher Reeves. Rob.
he's a nice, wholesome person. I get you enjoy your wholesome little, Superman. But Superman animated series Superman, great man, just great person.
What
And
about
then
you? Who's your favorite superhero?
my favorite, my favorite got to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man was my hero, and I say that before all the movies and all that stuff because one, I'm actually living a Spider-Man life. Like not like I'm in Chicago, I'm taking care of my grandmother because she had a fall, so I wanted to come back here and make sure she was all right for a bit. So Peter just seems the guy taking care of his Aunt May. I don't know how the hell that lady was like 80, 90 years old. It's like that, but maybe that's some family stuff that nobody need to talk about or whatever like that.
Tyler Perry.
But I saw myself in Parker. I saw like I'm over here, my grandmother, like Peter is. One day in Chicago, my grandma was coming back home too, and she got mugged, and it was like a pool of blood in the front of the apartment building when I had to come and get it. And I really at that point too. Thank God I didn't get bitten by a radioactive spider because I definitely wouldn't become Spider-Man at that point. I probably would have been more Carnage or Venom or something like that. It was just just singing like somebody you love, like somebody like he lost me and I didn't lose my grandmother at that time. I could have. It could have affected me a lot. Like that would have affected me, changed my whole life. She survived. Like I said, she's still here now. I'm here, TikTok. I'm with my hands. Can y'all, if anybody else tap, can y'all please tap some more? Tip another damn puzzle, acting like I'm not. They don't see my black ass just being black and doing stuff and everything. So
Okay.
I like Spider-Man because I relate to him. He's smart guy. He really well. And every time, sometimes, even to the bad part, like even when he do that shit keep on happening, but he keeps trying to push through. And like I've failed so many things. I have bounced back, and everybody know that I've done a lot of things. So even with times where I don't stay on the ground for too long, I bounce up, and that's what Spider-Man does. He has lots of faith. Like as a kid, like if I had to go in this magical world, I would never go into Spider-Man. I would never be Isekai. I'm Spider-Man. I would not do that because it's just he take on too much shit. I'm doing shit like that right now. I don't need that. I'd rather be Superman. I'd rather come up with Jonathan Kent and Mama and Ma and everything like that. But he's my favorite.
Who's y'all's favorite? You make sure you put in let us know who's y'all's favorite superheroes.
Thank you, Speed. You heard what she said. If y'all can put it down in the comment, who was your favorite superhero? Let us know.
Or a favorite anime character.
Favorite hero in general.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, my favorite anime character was probably Sailor Moon. I loved Sailor Moon. I thought she was so cute and so fly, and she was just that girl to me. And then when I went back and I watched it again as an adult, I was like, oh, there's a lot of things interesting here that you see different when you're big. But I'm not gonna let y'all take that away from me. I have fun watching. Yeah.
Crystal put Superwoman.
That's my
21 said if her baddie cash up her money, that would be her favorite hero. So all right, that'd be
one try out with that one. Take me out. I'm gonna be like that.
So she said Storm for her, their favorite. When it comes to Sailor Moon though, so in Chicago, I grew up. That was one of the maybe fourth or third anime that I saw. I grew up in a house full of women. My like daughters. So I got 3 aunties, and they all had daughters. I'm the only male in the whole family. Like I got uncles, but they're not there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the only male ever. So I grew up watching all types of stuff. I grew up, things, a lot of Disney. Remember Swan and the Princess and all that stuff. So when it wasn't that they were like girly, for me to be baby or not baby too much. So when I saw Sailor Moon, I never had that feeling like I'm not supposed to watch this because I'm a guy or anything like that. Or I never felt, and I don't think a lot of men did back in the day because I
I was
remember
gonna say, 'cause
distinctly.
listen, all the boys was watching it in my family. We had one
Exactly.
TV in that living room. That's how I end up watching wrestling. You gonna
Mhm.
watch what we watching. When it's your turn, you can pick some. Right tonight, right now, we watching this. You better like it,
Yeah.
or you miserable. And
Yeah.
that's how
So
I started.
any guy out there who whining about like he was watching Sailor Moon or something like that, and he didn't watch it because it's too girly, he's a liar.
Like that's crazy.
He's a
And
liar.
then like they in little shorts, they cute. Like yeah, you don't like them. I don't know.
I didn't. Well, I didn't.
I could that what little boy about. I don't. But then again, I'm
No,
not a little boy. Okay,
no,
I don't.
at least not for me. I never thought about that with her.
Yeah,
Like I didn't,
the little boys
Dr.
watching.
Umar, like I was not thinking of any of the Sailor Scouts. None of those up there were for me. Dr. Umar, nor did I think like that. So, if anything, they from the funnies. I don't know what the.
I feel like that's
victim-
a lot of shows and comics like desensitize me. So when people in some of these outfits, they be acting like some of my outfits, like my cosplays, they're true to the character. I'm like, what the fuck? God, this is what she had on. Yeah, I look different on me, but that's what she had on.
It is different on you. Okay, you're a sister, so
I'm just saying,
work extra hard. But with Sailor Moon, the reason why I enjoyed it because we had a show called Ronin Warriors that came on right before Sailor Moon, so they would show Ronin Warriors. Ronin Warriors was an awful show. I don't care what anybody says. It was awful. The boys sucked in it.
Nobody talks about it.
They got their ass whooped so much. The only thing that was cool was the one outfit that they all had to sacrifice all their power to make them have this nice white outfit with two swords and a tiger. That was the only part that was cool in Ronin Warriors. Other than that, Ronin Warriors was an awful show. So when Sailor Moon came on, it was lively. It was recognized what was going on. It didn't look bleak and dull like Ronin Warriors did. She was playing stuff. What was that part?
That theme song was hitting too. As soon as it came on, I said the theme song was hitting.
Absolutely.
So I yeah. Anybody else that commented on favorite superheroes?
Yeah, Crystal says Superwoman for some reason. I don't know. Are you a big Superwoman fan, Crystal? I feel like you just said that you put out your behind, Crystal. I don't believe Crystal. Because I think she was just,
I like Power Girl over Superwoman for me. Power Girl was terrible, right?
Sure, she was. The whole thing of her they justified her being out. So
yeah, because men drew her. This is light. Outro was crazy too. Yeah. Outro was crazy. Yeah, Sailor Moon's amazing. I did learn music. It just has such nostalgic vibes for me. That's really what it is.
You start getting older, you start seeing the Chibi Moon coming in, and then you saw the other two, Pluto and Mercury, Pluto and Uranus, and they were kissing cousins and everything.
Girl, you better go ahead. They were very diverse up in there.
They were. They were like, oh, they're kissing cousins, and then they had the one homoerotic scene with Jupiter. And stuff. They had to play that one off and stuff, and they were just like,
"Well, America, they know what the hell going on."
They knew. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it didn't blow my mind that the creator was the guy who invented Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter and stuff. So they got married and everything, and
that's
showed everything. Oh, and then Tuxedo Mask in there, but then we all just said like he never did nothing. Nothing. Just motivational speaking. Just I mean, we like Mask, just never did nothing. Just
which I'm like, when I watched it back again, which I don't think you should do that sometimes. Some stuff you just watch it, leave it there.
Yeah, and then watching remakes or the updated versions.
I'll give everything judgmental because I like I watched the movie on Netflix.
Really?
like 2 years ago.
Did you see the unaired episode of the American one that came out that they were going to replace the cartoon with? Oh, girl, yeah, I got to send that to you one day because it's one where there are clips of it
Yeah.
where they were real women and they were Sailor Moon and stuff like that. They had to transform and everything. It was in America. It was like
Oh
watching
no, I did
Blossom.
see that. I saw clips of it online. I didn't know where it came from though, but I saw it
Yeah,
online.
supposedly it came from one of the
The live
companies.
action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
okay,
like
so
her. Moon makeup, prism. Like yes, absolutely. So I was feeling it. When I do like Black Sailor Moon cosplay, one of the fandoms that can very like racist. A lot of that will be very racist about that.
right, yeah, and a lot of it comes from stuff like that too, and you be like wondering. And look, being on this internet, you be thinking about trolling men, but it's like behind every strong trolling female, they strong trolling them they whatever. Because they look, you be still, So when I be hearing these other people out
Jordan,
there,
double
and
tap, double tap.
they be here over here talking about like, yeah, like those racist men. I'm like, have you been on TikTok? Because I can show you some racist women. I can show you the ones that look
Yeah,
like,
it's everywhere. It's a
yeah, it's
lot.
everywhere. Yeah, they don't. Oh, maybe I am totally not that.
I am good. We're talking about, some of this is
It's a
Chicago,
podcast.
and it's about we're talking about, some of the anime characters I grew up with, and it's been pretty cool so far. And one question that he asked was, that we were asking us, what's your favorite superhero? So you can feel free to put that in the comments and let me know, and we will judge you
Absolutely.
respectfully.
We may be black nerds, but we're still black, so you will get criticized.
It says a lot about you. I've learned I like that. That used to be like one of my like free type questions. Serious. I want to know that. I want to know like what 5 songs would be the soundtrack of your life. Like I like to ask you who you are without directly asking you who you are.
Okay. Yeah, don't. And now it got to be about music. It got to be about for me, anime or America theme song. Like I'm a theme song person.
Oh, I love
I
and a
love
show tune. I love a show tune too.
show tunes and stuff. I can't play some nostalgic music and stuff like that, like we did in the movie. We would play
Okay. You got
shows like
something Blade, Ghost Rider, Batman, Spawn, Wolverine, Hulk, Captain America, and Black Panther. You chose a lot.
he's a redemption soul person finding himself but fighting the darkness that's around him toward all the time, finding, looking, showing that light in a sea of nothingness out there. So
For the characters that you like. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it tells you a lot about you. Man, Spawn, Wolverine, Hulk, Captain America, and Black Panther. Yeah, I felt that. I was on.
that's the thing.
I know you did. Respectfully, because yeah. Go ahead over to page. Make sure you give him a follow. He does a lot of cool content on here, and he can teach you how to be a famous superstar.
Oh, that's the boy page. Yes. But this one is nostalgic, anime talk, cartoon talk, all that stuff. I should have brought the other one in here just to have people sneak in. But I'm trying to get a different kind of algorithm than what I got over that one. I feel like count. It kind of
like things. So Jordan voice and he does sound. So he said he can sound like Blade. I don't even remember but Wesley Snipes.
I wonder, did he see the Blade versus Buffy death battle that happened a few weeks ago? So that'd be something for him to look into.
Let us know that, or if it's on the radar for you to check out. If you did see it, what's your thoughts? Did you see it, John?
I saw, I saw all the TikToks of it. So, I saw if it really grabbed me, I go back and watch it. But I'm like, I get the gist of it. I can only get the gist.
What was the gist given? Because he said not yet.
Oh, okay. I'll say it without saying anything. It was very interesting. You see that when they did put a lot of love in it because they made it live action, so they actually had real people this time. I don't know if this is the first time they ever had real people fighting or doing choreograph, but yeah, it was cool. So when you see what they did with the result, how the results. So some people felt a little bit on Cappy, but I've seen worse. They had Goku versus Superman on Death Battle that destroyed the internet, that had death threats and wars for.
I didn't even watch it because I ain't feel like dealing with this. I love Goku and I love Superman.
Oh man, you should definitely watch it. It's like having your two favorite children knife fight each other for your love.
Who the hell want to see that? That's why I don't have no kids.
That's even high a little. Just have them go. Just have them. But now, yeah, cool. So I think if he should see it, If you see it, come back. Let me know stuff like that when we do it too, because I want to know how you felt about that. Listen, that battle, it hit and miss for me. Because sometimes I be watching it, I'm like, nah, I should just watch it second. Because some of their stuff, you know, I think I met a lot of those guys when they were first coming up. Like if I would have known what I knew now, I probably would have been better friends with those people. Because I was down in Texas. I met the Red versus Blue people, went to one of their first things and stuff. And they were friends with a friend of mine named Corey Coleman, who does movie reviews, and he makes some really good money being on the internet, stuff like that. So if you're ever in Austin, let me know. So I would definitely get you on his show because he has a pretty good following, and they will eat you. If you know what, we will take a trip to Austin.
Wait, where you coming from?
Well, I'm in Chicago.
So saying, can I request a live?
What is request a live?
I think they're trying to come up. Is that me?
Oh no, just tap on stuff like that. Just tap. Do what you do. Support.
Tap. I think he wants to show us his Blade impersonation. I believe that's what he wants to do.
Oh, okay. You know what? You can actually, if you want to go over to my my page, you can go to my page and drop it in, and I'll play it for us. You can actually drop voice memos. I will follow you back on this page.
Okay,
and we'll go ahead and play it.
Memo on his Chicago John page.
Or this one, you come over here. I got my phone up, and I will play it. We will play it live on air with all these people.
And what do you want him to say as Blade? Let's make a request.
Motherfuckers always want. Okay.
Like whatever Chicago, you do.
Yeah, say something. Yeah.
John, luxury Leah, and then send it to us. We would love to play it.
And play it here. Upload this on on the tubes of you, and all that good stuff. So yeah, we need to do that.
Sure. Okay, get into it. Make it good. Put your voices on us. Go 5 different characters if you can. We want all the shows. What you got?
All right. So like I said, I already got this account that I'm on. So if you come over here and follow this, I'll follow you right back, and then I will go ahead and I will play it once you do it. So you got some time. We still interviewing. I mean, we still about all that.
Just snappy. So I think by 8 p.m. I have to go because I haven't eaten yet. So make it snappy.
I see that. I see. I was gonna end it for you too. You had that look. When you go out full of women, I have over my agency and stuff.
No, thank you. Can I shameless plug while I'm on here? So you said Mortal Kombat, the magic word, because this is the 30th anniversary of Kombat. So that's really exciting for all the Mortal Kombat players like my damn self. And who remember that first damn game when it was a little, you know what it was. But anyway, so since the 30th anniversary, they had a new coming out. It's gonna be amazing. And sir, what you mean making that new film and all that? This year there's a showcase. There's a convention called Urban Action Showcase. It's in New York. They're on their 13th year, and they're having a Mortal Kombat thing. It's gonna be crazy. They do a lot of the voiceover actors and who did the video game, and some of the developers original game. Also some movie people. That's what I heard. I don't know. We're gonna see. But I'll be there too. I have a table at this event. I'm a special guest, and I'm really happy about that. So if you are in New York for October 25th and you do not have plans, or if you do have plans and you don't know how to break those plans, I feel sorry for you because we're going to have a lot of fun over there. I'm going to do Shang Tsung, which is one of the original characters from Mortal Kombat. I'm probably going to
carry the mark of the uncommon.
My rating.
You were never meant to blend in. A fire burns within you that they do not understand, and that is your greatest strength.
That's definitely my rating. I'm bringing that out, and I'm gonna bring a new character. So there's a character called Tanya, and she's black, and I never see people cosplay her. So I'm like, I think it's time to bring Tanya out. So we're gonna bring Tanya. That's gonna be my secret surprise. But since we're here now, I'll tell. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
The TikTok messing with you, girl.
It
messes with you.
I have a lot of scantily clad things, and I get a lot of violations. So you can easily just appeal them, even when I have violations. But I have to always appeal these things because they suppress me. They'll tell me, they'll be like, "Hey, we're pressing your content until you appeal these violations," and I'll be like, "But if you go to my account,
but then they cool,
No, I appealed that. I appealed them recently because when I didn't appeal, it was 300. Yeah, and it stayed there.
Okay, because now it's 7,000. It's over.
They tell me they're like, I'm only showing it to people that say it's nudity. I'm like, I'm not nude, and I see way worse things. I think I get punished because I have TNA. I do, and I think it's not fair, and that too. But I feel like if I didn't have this, I could do more stuff. They always like, oh, you got that's like I don't like that. What's doing? All right, let me go get my turtleneck. It's fucking 97 degrees, but okay, like what? Oh, I don't know. So yeah, that would be back
I
a
mean,
lot. So
you
the
was
first thing I do
covered
when I
up as a sumo
come
wrestler.
on TikTok is appeal. Every day I'm appealing. It doesn't a day go by that. That's not what I'm doing. And it takes days sometimes. So I'm like, damn, I gotta wait 3 days just for it to bubble. You ruining it. So that's my life. That's my little TikTok rant.
Well, like I said, you have a bunch of likes. You got a bunch of likes. That's really, you're very marketable. I'm pretty sure that brand should be reaching out if they're not already reaching out to you. So you probably
I had a great gig today. It was like sometimes I love being a content creator. I'll be like, what is this? Because it can be very challenging because it's a new lane for it has its good day. Yeah.
Now, when it comes down to your YouTube and stuff like that, I mean, for switching gears and stuff, and now you got me doing my other.
John Bag, I see you. I see the gear switch. It says swoop. So
I see your YouTube. So you're over the thousands and stuff like that. How are you? What up? I see you. All right, you gotta play it. So are you over your 3,000 stuff like that at YouTube?
So fun for me. So I already been monetized twice and lost it twice. It's because if you stop posting for 6, take it away.
So you just needed to post one video at least?
Yeah, and then the first time I did it, I was being a rebel because I was like, they kept telling me like, hey, if you don't post this video, you're gonna take it away. I'm like, man, fuck y'all. Tell me what to do. When I want to post, like, what you talking about? And I let them take it away, and it was so hard to get back. And then I did it again because I'm not gonna YouTube like I should be. And you would think like all I gotta do is do like now I got short, so it's different. I didn't have that before. So
and the good thing for you and your shorts, especially when you did the whole thing about the Tokyo meeting your cousin, all that kind of stuff too. Even making a long format, all you have to do too is just kind of get that border, get that people watch it on their YouTube.
I know I gotta do better, and I have different audience on each one. That's what I love about like these platforms are unique. The people who follow me are not my TikTok people. They don't even know about my. And a lot of people, and then above that, like same thing for Instagram. A lot of people on my Instagram, they're not my TikTok people. A lot of people on TikTok, like it's not the same. These are different of like media consumption. Everybody has their flavor. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like personally, I like YouTube. That's my favorite way to like consume content. So I could relate in that way. And even more than that, most of my people, they're not followers. Like the viewership, they be like 75% non-followers.
You know, and now once you get the monetization thing, it doesn't matter about the followers because you already hit all the.
The numbers just talk. You have one video that just does whatever, and it doesn't matter if you have 7 followers. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as you're making your evergreen and just talk, you know, it'll do something. Like I said, you're in a good position.
And I just need to because all I could do, I could just repost the stuff that I have, and I will be doing it. But I spent, what I did a lot of time focusing on TikTok, and that works for me.
Go ahead and let her know. Let me know about this.
I wanted to really grow. I just spent a lot of time, and that's when I was not doing the YouTube. But that's how it worked for me. That's how I ended up getting over 10K on TikTok. That's how, because I spent time investing in it. Then I stopped that. I want to do Instagram now. So then I spent the last couple of months developing my Instagram, and that's what happened. And it's almost at 10K now, but I have to actually physically assign myself to these platforms, make them. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to YouTube after I get this point on my Instagram, and then my Instagram got taken away the other day.
I want you, I want you to be okay. I need to cheat on your social media husbands and stuff, but I want the main husband to be that's gotta be, recycle, and go from there. I think it's a good expression for yourself, but a lot of people do work that YouTube-ness to at least get that stuff going, which will open up more stuff. Because to be honest, or at least all the other women that I've talked about, black women, YouTube pays the best. YouTube and Instagram have the best. It had the best brands and the brand deal coming after those people on YouTube and Instagram. TikTok is cool, but this is where you need to be yourself, and and not feel all that. You are in this loveless marriage with YouTube husband and stuff, and then you can come get this whole thing over here.
He wasn't putting it down. That's why I couldn't.
He keep the lights on. He keeps the lights on. Just over it to the head, let him be your Superman, and then cut his hood in the Hulk, and let him do what he need to do. And then you go back over there. You go back. He won't even know. You're gonna have watermark lips and stuff.
Oh my God! Yeah, and you know what's funny? Because if you cheat and then you come over there with that watermark, they gonna send you back to the street. They don't play that watermark. You gotta wipe that off when you come home.
Hold on, follow you back. Okay, Jordan G, I got you. Go ahead and do your impersonation. When you go in there on the G, you got to see that I'm friends with you. I'll follow you back. You hit the little microphone, you press it, and you hold it, and then you talk. And then when you're done, it'll pop up on it. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to give her a quick review that I do with a lot of my clients and stuff and people that are with me. I'm going to do her first, and we'll come back and do you, Jordan, and then we'll wrap it up and make it time for next week, because I definitely want to keep this going. Even if you want to steal this and take some of this and put it in YouTube a little bit, you know, you can clean it up or take something, you know. So here we go. This is for, oops, I didn't mean to thumb up.
Audited, y'all. This is important.
Luxury Leah is a personality-driven cosplay and lifestyle creator who mixes fashion, humor, and performance around recognizable pop culture themes. Here's what stands out about her account. 1, identity and core niche. She has a clear personal brand. Luxury Leah immediately signals glamour and confidence. Her pinned content, cosplay, transformation looks, event vlogs positions her between cosplay and lifestyle entertainment. She's not a tutorial creator. She's a show up and perform creator. 2 strengths, character work. Her Pennywise, Bianca Belair, and Princess cosplays show creative range and charisma. Presentation. She uses color, lighting, and camera presence effectively. Consistency of tone. Every video feels playful, confident, and theatrical. Hooks. Captions like, "We all float down here," or "Curiosity gets them every time," create intrigue and repeatability. Apps. Posting rhythm. Engagement spikes happen during event or costume bursts, then taper off. A top 1% creator would schedule recurring series, Leah's Looks of the Week, or Character Confessions. Community activation. Her comment sections could be stronger. She could add CTA lines like, "Who should I cosplay next?" to boost conversation. SEO optimization. Some videos lack searchable keywords, e.g. Pennywise cosplay transformation or Space Jam Halloween look. That limits algorithm reach. Or audience pattern. Her high performers are spectacle-based, visual shock, humor, or transformation. This means her followers respond most to visual storytelling and identity play, not talking head style updates. 5, strategic opportunities. Build recurring storylines with her characters. Treat Pennywise or Bianca Belair as mini-series rather than one-offs. Pair short viral moments under 10S with contextual follow-ups. How she created the look, where she filmed, the reaction. Create collabs or duets within the cosplay ecosystem to lift cross-traffic. Use search-friendly subtitles and titles. Cosplayer Pennywise takes Times Square. Space Jam at Six Flags to catch TikTok search tab. 6, overall takeaway. Luxury Leah already has top-tier character energy. To reach the next tier, treat each cosplay as a content universe. Tease, reveal, behind the scenes, reactions. Tighten posting rhythm. 3 to 5 structure